Sagittarius, hey there cuties, Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for Sagittarius, any placement. I am going to speak to you like you're a Sagittarius sun sign, but all placements and all cross watchers are welcome. This is a love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings. Could be dealing with a Cancer or a Capricorn, or somebody that's very loving and stable. Okay, somebody that's very authentic. I feel a very authentic vibe. That could be you. Just feeling in your own skin, on your own path. Let's get back to my little spiel here. So anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between. Some of the story will resonate, probably some of it won't. Do take what does and leave the rest. If you find yourself engaged in this reading at all, please don't forget to smash that thumbs up for me. Let's get at your love life, babies. Anything you need to know about me, you can find in the About section of my channel, as well as on my website, which is linked in the About section of my channel. Here we go. The energy you bring to the connection you have in mind is the Ten of Swords. I haven't seen that in a while, but it does feel like you're ending out a cycle of a point in time in your life where you kind of doubted yourself. I feel like you're closing that cycle out. You're no longer doubting yourself. You're trusting yourself because every time you have trusted your intuition, you've won. It's worked. And against everybody else's better judgment, I feel like that, everybody else has something to say about the way you do things in your life. But I feel like it's saying that every time you go with what the crowd says you should do, it turns out to fail. But it's saying to me right now that every time you followed your intuition, you've never lost. You've always won. And so you're finally getting to the point going, oh, that's because I'm the only one who actually has all the answers for my life. They meant well. They weren't trying to make me fail. Some of them might have been, by the way. But most people aren't trying to make you fail. They're just going with what they know. And oftentimes what they know doesn't align with what our spirit knows, and our spirit is telling us. Oftentimes, and in life in general, you'll see everybody kind of walking. I'm watching a march with the crowd. And you see a few guys kind of veering off and marching to the beat of their own drum. That's how we would all be if we all listened to our spirit. But a lot of us have been told that our spirit's not practical. It's a little erratic. It's a little cray-cray. And I'm not talking about going out and breaking laws or anything like that, or doing anything to hurt yourself or anyone else. I'm talking about just going for that big dream of yours. You're passionate, whatever you're being called to passionately. I feel like whatever's coming for you is going to last a lifetime. I feel like you do have some offers coming in, because again, I think that people are going to start to see and feel you've trusted your intuition. You've listened to them, you failed. And I'm not saying you're a failure or whatever. I'm just saying that you finally get that every time you listen to your own intuition, even though it's terrifying, you won, you succeeded, you did whatever it was, you got to the end of the, the finish line, okay? This is saying that all your finish lines, I'm seeing this little finish line there, or whatever that is, that little, all your finish lines now, you're going to cross them, because you're going to be following the things that your spirit's calling you to, things that you actually feel a true deep love and passion for. You're taking over and taking control of your own life. Passionate, inspiration. The Ace of Wands is a lovely energy. It's about getting a lot of downloads, about creative downloads, about passion, about creativity. And I feel like, again, we stop ourselves from following our creative and passionate callings so many times in our lifetime because of this energy, because we just don't trust ourselves. And actually, we've gotten a lot of people to confirm for us that we shouldn't trust ourselves. That, no, that is kind of crazy. You shouldn't do that. That is a little too big for you. But once we just kind of shut out all the noise and truly go after whatever it is that the Creator's downloading through us, it's like doing push-ups. You're building a muscle within you that will always remain, it'll continuously get stronger and stronger the more you trust yourself, is what I'm getting right now. And again, the more that you do that, the more people can see that you're going to be exuding this new you, this new energy. It's going to bring this person into your life. It does feel like new love. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, it feels like a passionate, new, loving connection. It could be with somebody from your past when this comes up, the Death card and your outcome. It's about transformation. So it could be that this connection is transforming as somebody from your past, or it could just be that you've both endured or gone through your evolution, your ascension process, your transformation, and you're ready to have a connection that is based on true love, deep love, and evolution, the evolution that you've already encountered. Instead of, a lot of our connections are in order to evolve us, in order to kind of ascend us by way of pain, oftentimes. This is saying that you've already done the ascending, you've gone through this, you've beaten this like a dead horse, and you're finally starting to trust yourself, which is bringing in this opportunity. That is the transformation. Once we trust ourselves, we are unstoppable, period, point blank. It's like, you know, when you're able to go do it all on your own, that's when we've evolved. We've passed all the tests, okay? So the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Four of Swords, I feel like this is what it's saying, is that you've gone through this sort of really trusting the world and listening to what everybody else says, and then it has caused you to doubt yourself in many areas of your life. But I feel like you're healing with the Four of Swords. You're healing beyond that. Looking at all of the investments you've made, I feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself. And in general, in life, whatever it is, maybe a business, whatever it is, I feel like you've made some investments and you're at this point where am I ready? Am I ready for this? Like you've thought you've healed before is what I'm getting right now. You've been in this situation where you've done the work. You felt like you've done all this work and, you know, what's different this time? And you're evaluating it. But I do feel like this is stating that in all of that, you've done healing, you've done healing, you've done healing. And every time you came out still wondering how, you know, asking people, how do I go about doing this in my life? Or you trusted other people over your own inner voice or your own intuition. And I feel like this time it's different because you're finally getting that the only way to navigate your way through your life is by trusting yourself, okay? That's why it's different this time. That's why this time your investments are going to pay out, okay? Clarity is coming with the Eight of Wands, and I feel like it's saying that it's been confusing. It's been a little like I can't see. I'm almost, I got I have like a blindfold on. It's like you can't see. You're just being asked to trust the divine, trust yourself, and take steps forward even though you can't see. I feel like clarity is coming though. The confusion, the fog, the smog is all being lifted. The blindfold taken off with the Eight of Wands. It's about the successful conclusion to a confusing situation. And it's about quick success. It's about coming in, like information coming in quickly. This could be you communicating with this person because you have finally realized that this person is it for you. They got the Ace of Cups twice. I mean, how loving is that? This is a brand new love connection and they are ready. They have done what they need to do. They have chosen you out of all the Seven Cups, okay? They got the Ace of Cups twice, like I said. I feel like it's stating, like, oh, twice. This is it. This is the only option for them. Out of all of these options, they've chosen, they've gone after that shiny. Not that you're not shiny, Sagittarius. We all know you're shiny. You're sexy. But it's saying that they never really checked out the contents of the cup before they went for it before. And I feel like this is saying they've checked out the contents of your cup. What they see is what they desire. What they see in you is what they desire, and you are it for them. They're following their intuition. With the Moon card, it does feel like a deep emotional, spiritual connection as well. Again, following their intuition with no confirmation that this is the right choice except for what their intuition is telling them. There's no, you know, we're always looking for, well, what am I going to get if I pick that? What am I going to get if I pick that? We always like to see the outcome before we choose it, right? How easy is life when we do it that way? Not really. We actually only can see the outcome when it's something egotistical. And then it's like as soon as we get it, the outcome that we desired, that we could see, because we went for the thing that we could see, it's almost like it disappears as soon as we get our hands on it. When you're going for something from the spirit, anything on the spiritual level, you're following your intuition blindly with no confirmation on the outside or on the external or exterior that you're doing the right thing or that they're doing the right thing or that they're even on the right path. Again, when you're following your spirit, you don't get to know that you're doing the right thing or on the right path until you get to the destination, right? This is all interesting stuff. You are the destination. I feel like they're very sure that you're it for them. I feel like you're trying to decide if you're ready for this at this time. And I almost feel like it's saying that you're still healing from a broken heart from your past with the Three of Swords here. I feel like they're saying you're healing from a broken heart from your past, from many broken hearts. Oftentimes we try to go out and avoid feeling the pain of a situation, whether it be a tumultuous relationship. I'll just say that you won't have any toxic, tumultuous connections come into your life if you don't have pain from your past that you still need to heal from. And that's why people are like, why do I keep falling into the same trap, going for the same type of person and the same person in a different body, right? And it's because the Creator keeps handing you a tumultuous, as a gift. I know it sounds terrible, a tumultuous situation that will kind of unravel and bring up pain from your past that you didn't even know was there. It's like it's lodged within you, an energetic, emotional pain from even childhood. A lot of us are holding on to, you know, when our parents would tell us, you don't cry. I'm getting literally coming through is, you're not a little girl, quit crying. That where we had to suck up all of our internal pains, emotional pains, those all need to be released eventually at some point, some way. However you know, release emotional pain, traditionally speaking, crying is the way that the Creator, there's a reason that we cry as human beings, okay? And it's because it's how our body releases emotional pain energetically from our body, okay? So crying is one way. Wow, I went on a tangent here because I feel like we have some heartache, and again, I feel like it's not just from a past connection. I feel like we keep getting tumultuous connections, trying to heal and release once and for all some pain from our childhood. I'm getting, again, that you maybe weren't allowed to feel emotion as a child, which I know as a parent, I've fallen into this trap because it's hard to listen to your child cry. It makes you disturbed and uneasy, especially if you have emotional trauma that you haven't healed from. So that's what I'm getting, is that your parents hadn't healed from some emotional trauma. And I'm sorry, this sounds very specific, but and so they didn't really allow you, because it hurt them so bad to watch you cry, they didn't allow you to cry, is what I'm getting right now. And that all needs to be released by way of crying usually, but I think there are other ways. You can look up, you can Google it, you can look on YouTube for frequencies, releasing emotional trauma frequencies. Sometimes I will sleep with a vibration. It literally causes a vibration if you are listening to headphones, that will help you release that emotional trauma from your past in order to come into this connection. Again, I feel like they have eyes on you and they know you're it for them, but I do feel like you're kind of getting over needing to let go of some pain from the past. Could be a Leo very strong. You have 2 Leo cards in your outcome as well as the Scorpio card. But I feel like what it's saying here is at the very end, after healing from all of this and really releasing once and for all some of this pain that you've held on to, once we release it, then God doesn't continuously hand us tumultuous connections, okay? We no longer need to heal anymore, so we've evolved and we've healed, and now we can have just a connection that is easy and flowy and comfortable and true and deep and loving. That's when the Creator sends in the one that was meant for us, okay? Whew, that's a lot of stuff. I do feel like you guys are going to be on a ride of a lifetime together with passionate with each other. I feel like this is going to be that kind of like the end all be all, that success of a lifetime. But I feel like you're going to be divinely guided towards helping others through all the things that you've been through. I do feel very heavy, you've been through a lot in this lifetime. You've had a lot of adversities. You've had a lot of trauma. And I feel like you've come out and by way of healing yourself and your own perception of yourself and understanding your own worth and your own power, you're coming out successful and being illuminated, because when we do all of that work, the Creator likes others to see how we did it. So we're kind of an example, or we're illuminating the path for others now that we've illuminated it for ourselves. Whew, it's beautiful. It's very, very gorgeous energy. Let me get you guys a Power of Love card. It says spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. I love it, because I do feel like this is saying you're no longer allowing your mind to stop you from following the things that you know you're being called to, and you're listening to your heart or your spirit, whatever you want to call it, and going after whatever the calls that are calling you. This connection included, or again, sometimes our calling is just to go in. I feel like you've done this. Go into your bed and cry and think about the things that are still painful within you. Crying actually releases that pain for good. So having a good cry about it, and shave your legs, do your toenails. That's what I do. Get into bed and just bawl it out, whatever it is. But I feel like you're being called to things. I feel like now that you've been called to do a lot of the healing process, I feel like you're almost out of that. I feel like your investments are going to start showing. You're going to start realizing you're going to be handed little opportunities to see your own growth, is what I'm getting right now. It's almost like something's going to come up that would normally have set you off or burned your blood or something like that, right? But it's not going to anymore. You're going to actually be able to feel compassion with this person who would have normally pissed you off. This is interesting. So you're going to be able to see your own growth and opportunities like that. The Creator is going to start showing you now that you're hearing this, and now that's going to start happening for you. Maybe already has, but it's going to just be opportunities for the Creator, for you to go pat yourself on the back and go, good job, baby. Look how far we've come. Okay, you've come a long ways, and I'm so proud of you. And the work doesn't stop there. You've done it on yourself, and now you get to show the world how you did it, and help them to ascend as well. I love you so much. I'll see you guys next week. Mwah.